Hey everybody, I wanted to give you a quick little tutorial on KvCore and your third-party sites and how you can get listings, whether they're yours or somebody else's, onto multiple different sites to help you generate leads. So the first thing you want to do is you want to log into your KvCore, and on the left-hand side, you have your menu bar. You want to click on Listings. And that is going to give you, as long as you're connected through your MLS, all of the listings that are in the MLS. Now, you do want to check your state's regulations, and if you are allowed to post other people's listings without permission, I recommend that you ask permission before you post a listing that is not yours. But if you do have your own listings, you can easily search for your listing here. I'm going to find the listing that I just put up. So as soon as you start typing it in, it's going to come up in here. So 14 Glen Hollow Drive is my listing. You can see that I am the agent, and I'm going to click on it. And it's going to bring you the listing and all the different options that you have. So on the right-hand side, there's a couple of things that you'll see. So you'll see the listing agent and the contact information. Then you'll also see the direct link. This link can be shared on all different websites, and it will bring you, I'll click on it and show you. Actually, I'll just click on it here. That way it opens up for you. So we'll actually bring you to the website with all the pictures, all the options for a buyer. If a buyer is looking at this, it'll give you all the information as far as when it was listed, what the asking price is, and the property description. And then if somebody does want to get in touch with you or chat, it's going to go back to the agent that posted it. So in this case, it's my listing. It's going to bring it back to me. But if you were to take my listing, which anybody on my team has my permission to take these listings and share them, your information would be here. And if someone were to chat with you, they'd chat directly with you. The cool thing is if this is not the property for them and they decide to browse around, they are back on your website. So they can search. If they're interested in selling, your contact information would be up here, not mine. So that's pretty cool. So anybody on my team, if you're local and these listings seem like something that your buyers would be interested in, you have my permission to share them. So let me show you, other than the link, how you can share this. Let's go back to the KvCore link. So when you're back in KvCore, you have the direct link, and then you also have send via email, and you have these three little dots right here. If you click on the three dots, there are a lot of options of things that you can do with this listing. So you could send it via text. If you have paid for a number through KvCore, it'll send through that phone number. If you haven't, it will send to the generic phone number, but you can text this out to anybody. You can add it to your saved. You can email to a hashtag. So what that means is, say I did an open house in this development a year ago, and I saved them as hashtag co-op buyers or hashtag Holtzville co-op buyers. I can actually email this out to those open house attendees a year ago as long as I hashtag them. So that's pretty cool, because as you start doing business in the same areas, if you are hashtagging as you're taking people into the open house or as you're saving them into your CRM, it's very easy to find things that are in common with them and send them listings as well to generate possible new leads. You can text it to a hashtag. So the same way I set up the open house, and I'll show you how to do that too. Same way I set up the open house with a hashtag, you can text the people as well. I find that sometimes texting generates a better response than email, but you have to see how much information you're going to be sending out, either through email or text, and seeing which one's going to be cleaner. You could generate a QR code. I love generating QR codes for open houses or putting flyers in the house. So back in the day, I used to print thousands of flyers. It cost a lot of money. My brokerage at the time was paying for some of them, and then I had to pay for the other ones. I wanted them on really nice paper. Unless you're doing an open house for a super high-end house, I don't know if this is necessary anymore. For the past year, I've been generating QR codes, and then what I do is when I make my flyer, which I do through the EXP marketing platform, I just save one of the pictures of the houses as the QR code. So if you click generate QR code, there it is. You're going to get it right there. So all I do is I right click, I save the image. Make sure you title it, because once you start saving a bunch of these, they are all going to look the same. And then when I upload my flyer for this listing for, say, an open house or just to leave in the house, I put the QR code on the flyer. Now, what's the benefit of this? If someone hovers over this, they're going to be brought to that same website right here that I showed you earlier. So pretty cool, because if anybody comes in and they hover over this, you now could potentially capture them as leads. So although you're going to be keeping track of them with the open house, it's a nice, free, hands-free, paperless way. And what I find is that if attendees to an open house are signing in and they're bringing guests with them, which doesn't happen too much now in COVID times, but in the past it would, the guest often will scan the QR code, get the information, and you might potentially gain a lead that wasn't there for the open house, essentially. Let's go back. Okay. So after QR code, you can print a flyer. So this is a very easy way to get a flyer on the house. If you click on it, I will show you what it looks like. So very simple. This is a 3-page flyer, might be a bit bigger than what you want to print. But if you are meeting someone at this property, this is a very professional flyer that you can easily print on the go. You can boost the property, which basically, I'll click on that. So this is a paid program that EXP has. So this is boosting. It does give you options: 3 days for $45, 1 week for $60, 2 weeks for $120. I have not boosted properties, but I know a lot of agents that do. You put your billing information in here and you submit. And then what they will do is there's an ad. So like this is Facebook, for example. It's a sponsored ad and it will boost it out according to, I guess, their own algorithm. You can also advertise an open house. You can advertise that there's been a price reduction. I do find that agents that utilize this are generating a lot of buyer leads. The cool thing is, because you're doing this through KvCore, the buyer leads will come back to you through your KvCore app. So you'll have all their information, which is pretty cool. So if you're not tech savvy and you're not super comfortable at running your own ads in Facebook, then this is a great alternative to running ads. Okay, and then finally, how to post to those third-party sites. So right through here, you can post to your Facebook. So if you click post to Facebook, super simple, it loads. Now, if you have a Facebook page, I highly recommend selecting the page that you manage and then, oops, where is it? There it is, Real Estate Kate. And posting it to your page. And the reason why is because you don't want to get too spammy on your personal Facebook page. The more links you continue to post there, the less the algorithm is going to share it. The Facebook page is made for business. So if you can post there, anybody that comes to that page is looking for real estate. This is a really easy way. You can literally type in right here and then you could hit post. If you don't want to post this way, then you can copy that link from the first page right here. And you can go to Facebook and you can post it there too. The cool thing with this link, I like going into Facebook, and once I've posted it, I like sharing it. Oops, sorry about that. I'm gonna pause. That was a telemarketer, I'm sorry. So you can copy this link, you can post to Facebook, or you can copy this link and then you can go into Facebook groups and you can share. So like, for example, in our area, we have a Long Island real estate group. We have a Long Island houses for sale, Long Island houses for rent. So you could go in and you can go into Facebook Marketplace and you could use this link. The nice thing with using this link is if you have any price changes, it'll automatically update. If you have, any information as far as it going under contract and you have a link that's lingering in Facebook, if they click that link, they'll see that the property is now pending. The cool thing is if the property is pending, or if they do click on this link, and again, this isn't the house for them, and they start browsing, rather than clicking on a Zillow link and then disappearing and maybe going to another agent, when they click on this link, they're going to be brought back to you and they're going to be loaded into your CRM. So this is super, super powerful CRM. Make sure you're utilizing the tools that it has. You can post to Pinterest and Twitter. If you don't have a Pinterest account, create one. You can post house stuff. You can share house designs, and then you can share your listings. It's something that a lot of people aren't utilizing, so I think it's definitely important to go there. And then the really cool one, you can post to Craigslist. Now, I already shared this property to Craigslist, but I'm going to show you what happens when you do it. So you want to set up a Craigslist account. The first time you do this, you're going to have to make sure that your account is linked. But once you link your account, you're literally just going to hit post to Craigslist and watch the magic happen. Do you see it going through all the steps for you? How cool is that? It generates the image, it generates everything. Like, guys, I used to do this on my own and it takes forever. Look, it says, please text message this number to this number for more details of this property. Brought to you by Kate Montroni. So it literally sets up everything for you, which is super, super cool. So when you do this text message, it's going to auto generate. Let's see if I could do it while I'm on the phone with you guys. It's going to auto generate a link, 631-250. I should know my work number by now. 6924. And this is the number oops. I typed it in wrong. Okay, let me pay attention for 1 second. This is a number I paid for. Now, my business is at a different stage than other people's. I mean, not when I first got into business, I don't know if I would have paid for a number. Now my business is pretty busy and I don't want everyone calling my personal phone. So I ended up changing it and utilizing this number. It's really good because there's a lot of tech stuff that you can do within KvCore. So I really like utilizing apps like this. I'm just writing this number down so that way if I want to post it somewhere else, I can. Oops, okay. So now I'm just going to check my KvCore because technically I texted myself. And let me load it. Okay, let's see. Pause for 2 seconds. Okay, so now you can see if you go to your dashboard, I texted that number. Here it is, it came in. So I already saved myself in the past as a contact. So when I play around with these things, I can check and see if it works. So here is my other email address that I use, not for work. It says that I clicked on this. Oops, I'm opening it to see what it is. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, go to dashboard. But here I am here. You can see that I came up as a lead by texting it and then getting the link texted back to me and I clicked on it. So really, really cool. This is what you can do to Craigslist. I absolutely love this. I think it's super, super easy. So mine is already posted, but all you would have to do is hit publish and then you'll get an email and you do have to click the link in your email to make sure that you actually publish this link. So back to KvCore. So now basically that's everything that you could do just from the listings. It's super, super cool. Again, if you don't have your own listings, everybody's listings are in here. You can search for listings, say by like an agent or a company. I believe you can filter here so you can see agency listings and you could apply the filters. So these are going to be everybody that's within EXP. So here's Jeff, he's an agent that I know is with EXP. He has a couple of listings. Shaughnessy's another agent that's with EXP in my local area. So if I didn't have my own listing, I can go through here and then I can reach out to Jeff and be like, hey, I think this listing is great. I would love to share it on my Facebook. Would it be okay if I utilize my KvCore link and put it out there? And I'm sure Jeff is going to be more than happy to get more views on his listing. So he will most likely say yes, and that would just give me access to another listing to share. So an idea, if you are a newer agent and you don't have your own listings, link up with another agent, link up with your mentor, see if there's listings in the area, reach out to them, introduce yourself, and tell them that you have buyers, you have a Facebook page, and maybe every Monday you do a feature on another agent's listing. And you can share this link out and you could say, this is a listing courtesy of someone else from my brokerage and give them the credit and put their information in there. But if the lead clicks on it, you're going to generate the lead for yourself. And then it is your job to make sure you follow up with that lead to turn that lead into a buyer. So if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. But I hope this answered all your questions on how to take a listing and post it to a third-party site.